Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We are 74%, and we're at the Night Brother Village area now. So let's see how we go and keep going. After yesterday's stream, I finished the upload for today. Obviously, it's scheduled to come out tomorrow. Leeway period. Also, after testing all that stuff, it did not work. So, sent them the task processes list. I sent them the update thing. I checked both videos. Both videos don't work. Funnily enough, one video has like 14 views on it, and yet I can't view it. So I don't know how the views work with the other things. But if other people can see it, that makes sense. It's just very hard to understand and know what's going on and why it's not working. But we will see how we go. Last thing we did was we just made it to the Night Brother Village, so we're gonna go and put a bunch of stuff here. So we're gonna find a house that's blue and red and use the. Is that drop down? Really? Wait, we're dropping down immediately. That doesn't seem right, because dropping down immediately would... I mean, I guess we have to... There's only so far that we can go. Only, like, so far that we can go, so maybe I'll try and, get a stealth kill. That way, I wanted to try and get the stealth kill, and I failed. Alright, let's,
You made a mistake, Jedi!
I also realized that I can, attack them and break their guard, and it will, actually better than what I, did before. Alright, well, I'll just clear out the, enemies instead. I'll just clear out the enemies here, then we can, do what we need to do. Probably gonna drop down anyway, so... Gonna shoot me with another lightsaber?
Death is coming for you!
I think there's another guy around. Where is the other guy? Because he's supposed to be around here. Right, there we go. There we go. Where is it? Oh, there's the other guy. One more, and then I will figure out what I'm going to do. That's done. Oh, there's a bunch of arrows. Arrows. Why am I saying arrows? I'm saying that because they're using force, bows that shoot. Just weird. I've never seen that before in Star Wars, though. Never seen that before. Having bows that are... Never seen bows that do that. So. Oh, it's another guy. Don't know how many more of them are left. I think we have... might have been a couple up that were up above the... might have been a couple that were up above. Let's, the other guy might be above. For some reason I keep thinking it's that same guy. Pretty sure there's a guy that was up here. I don't know where he is, he's disappeared. But, yeah, pretty much everything didn't work.
You will bleed.
Oh, there it is. Pretty much the other stuff didn't work.
Die, Jedi.
My intention was to try and still waiting for this, so I send them an email back and
you cannot break me.
I sent them an email back and we did all that stuff. But I think that's all the enemies dealt with here. Don't know what else we have left to do. Let's just see what we can do. It's in the village and right. So yeah, that's what ended up happening. We finished up the stream, and then I did the stream immediately afterwards, like I did. After we did that, I turned the stuff off and uploaded the thing, checked to see if everything worked. It didn't work, so all pretty much the same. Okay, force push this somewhere. Is there a ledge? Where are the ledges here? A ledge. It's this ledge here, I believe. I guess we push it down. Oh, unless they mean... Oh, they might mean here. There's something definitely there. But pretty much as I said, I tried to upload the thing. So I sent them an email back and just wait and see what happens. But, I've put the settings back to the normal because I want to be able to stream it 60 frames. For some reason I feel like going down here is bad. No, it's actually this way we're supposed to go. Drop into the room. Left at the fork and left. Left and left. Alright, let's do. I just didn't see that there was an enemy there until after I'd already dropped. There's our chest.
Coward. You are so skilled.
Where's my parry?
PD, stim here.
I'll thrust you.
For some reason the parry was going off. Alright, there we go.
BD, what's this? Huh, there was something in there.
What have we currently got? I think that looks better. Next one's there. We're gonna go left and then left. I think I know which one that they're talking about though.
Trespasser!
Like, I've also got to keep an eye on enemies that are around the corner, because this area has a lot of enemies that happen to be around the corners. Where did that guy come from? Alright, dealt with.
I grow tired of waiting for instruction from the sister. This intruder must be dealt with.
Yeah, the Knight brothers brought an intruder here, but they were awaiting instructions. Wait a second, we missed one. From the chest, turn around and go forward as far as you can. Okay, I'll get back actually. Did go left. My previous chest. Here? Oh, okay. There's something through there as well, I think.
We witnessed a ship crash in the swamps.
Be cautious. I sense great danger.
The interference. The Knight Brothers witnessed a ship crash in the swamps. Those two done. The last one here is a rope for the shortcut down to the left. Gotta get the shortcuts. I don't think that was the shortcut. Here's the shortcut. I said look down to the left. I think I know where they're talking about because it's we're above like the right there. Down here. And I can use the rope to get back up.
The interloper seeks to divide us.
Then he must die.
Interlopers, someone became involved with the affairs of the Nightcrawlers and they were not welcome. That's everything for this area, at least for that. See what else there's available. At the entrance to the tomb, we have to go right. No, we're not there yet. Trying to use this rope to get back up. Okay. Now we have to head towards this one. How did we not die from that? Okay, so we, as Jedi, we are able to survive even the most precarious of falls. There's no fall damage in this game whatsoever, but that should have definitely killed us. It's only fall damage if you infinitely fall down the area. I'm trying to get... Pretty sure that's the way I'm supposed to go. to be the correct way. We've got this climbing thing here, and then we have this here. Now, I don't know how many times it's been that I've failed this, and this might not even be the right way to go. Where's the game telling us to go? It's like how it's like 93% explored. I'm guessing that we have to head away. I wanted to check to see what was up here, just in case it actually leads to the... I don't remember this area. Like, there is something here. The issue is I cannot see, like, that there is something up there, because I know that there's a doorway that we haven't accessed yet. And I'm guessing that might lead to where we're supposed to go. This area we haven't explored before. That way's maybe there is just nothing here, but then why is this here? Must be a reason as to why these are here. I guess we just can't go up there now. There's something here that I haven't explored, so I want to find where that is. That should clear out this area at least. Okay, really? Okay, I don't get that. It's like there was actually just nothing here, so they just have a cleared area where it's like, okay. I guess for now we have to head to now I have to head out of here. How do we get out of here? I don't know though, because we ended up like falling down, and I mean I know I can get up higher. I mean, that's just making me wonder, like, how do I... Unfortunately, there is no fast travel, so that's making me think that I have to get up high just so I can figure out where I'm supposed to go next, because how else do we get back? We also don't know which is the correct way to go, because it, I also haven't found a, meditation spot, that would usually involve... They don't count as fast travel points anyway. I'm gonna try and find out which way we're supposed to go. There must be a reason why this is here. And yet I don't see any, like, way... Maybe I can keep climbing the rope. I'm pretty sure the rope doesn't lead to anything.
Cal, have you found the tomb?
Close, but got a little sidetracked.
Grease is acting strange. He swears he saw someone outside the mantis. Dathomir's getting to him.
Pretty sure that's who he is.
Are you alright?
I'm not seeing things, so... Yes? I'm coming out of a Night Brother village now. Hoping to get back on track.
Sounds like you're handling yourself.
Yeah, BD and I got this.
I guess this is on the way. Okay, this is the way we're supposed to go. This is fine. This is the way we're supposed to go. I keep forgetting to update my, I need to update my Twitch page to, I need to update the Twitch page so I can add the, games that I've got recently. There's a, issue arrived today. We, at the tomb? Now I know where we are. I guess we're heading towards... What's that down there? There's something here that we haven't... I don't know what that's... So there's obviously this area here we're heading to. There's this thing here as well that we haven't, in the collapsed settlement area that I haven't gone down. I don't know where that is, but we'll pull that out when if we miss something. You were supposed to head back to where the Wanderer was, because there is a, head back to where he is, because there's gonna be a, like, climbing wall. Well, now I'm wondering, how do I get back to, I need to, obviously, like, get whatever is here. Something here that I need to do as well, but I don't know how I get back down there. Or
no sign of that old man.
Also,
I wonder if the Night Brothers got him.
I mean, I'm not gonna bother about exploring there, because like, I might come back to that anyway, because I'm looking at, like... Actually, wait a second, this area here, I remember coming here, it was like the, there we dropped down and things, so it's like, somehow I just missed this area, maybe. Because I look at this, right, we have to head to here, up to there, then then there was a slide, and then we made it to here, and then we did some stuff here. Then where do we end up going back? Is all this stuff that is, where is this stuff anyway? I look at where, if I go and follow the map, a lot of backtracking. So you got the collapsed settlements. Yeah, so we'd be making our way all the way back through the Night Brother village. Just for that. How did we get here last time? There is a, like, a drop thing down. I'll worry about it when we get to it. We might not even need it. Here we need to go right and follow the path to slide down a slope and wall run. I don't know if they mean here. I guess I can check.
This must be the tomb.
They might mean here. Oh, it's a bigger one then. I wasn't expecting one of these two. Okay, we got a trophy. We got a trophy for killing the alphas. Alright. Nidak Alpha. Powerful limbs cannot be severed, defense against multiple parries. The highly dangerous Nidak Alpha is a reclusive yet relentless beast. Dominant over its lesser kind, its carnivorous alpha predator balances strength and intelligence to defend against multiple parries. Its muscular forearms are reinforced with a resistant hide over hardened, nutrient-enriched bone, making them versatile to climbing, asymmetrical traversal, and unable to be severed. I think the trophy up for this. Slide down a slope and wall run, jump to the next air platform to spot this. Okay, so then maybe it is. I'm very confused. I mean, we found this, so that's. I didn't want to answer that. I was not prepared for here. I hope that I haven't gone too far. Which? I hope I haven't missed it.
Want to look inside? Yes. Let's take a look.
Okay, that's a new scan. That is not the one that we missed. Okay, so that means that this is the correct one. We'll run again, climb up vines, and... I thought I went too far. I gotta double jump here. We'll just let them shoot at us. Oh, they're everywhere. Yeah. Oh, these guys have powers to do stuff.
Fear our might.
Supposed to be another chest or something here.
Hey, BD, in here. Oh, you found something.
You poncho material. Okay. That's that. So instead of jumping back to the main area, towards the tree.
BD, take a look. Okay, BD, what is it?
Outfit material. What color is that? Because I can't disable the poncho. That's like our current color. How is that much different to the other one? Like, correct. I think it was an outfit. Follow the path up a large vine wall. So this is over a stim canister. Guessing that means here. Surely there's gonna be some enemies that pop up here. We also climb much faster now because of the climb so much faster because of the climbing gloves or whatever. The right area, like. Follow the path up to a large vine roll across a long branch and spot it. Saying there's a branch, I mean, like, this is a branch, but. Correct way to go, though. Ah, here it is. This should give us our full heal. We don't have to worry about using a heal. I think it heals us immediately. Then it wastes the canister.
This is really gonna help us.
Actually, no, sorry. What I should have done is I should have, what I was supposed to do was I was supposed to heal first and then use the thing to, that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to use my canisters to heal and then I at that point collect the heal and then we get a full one. But I made a mistake there. Inside the ruins and turn right towards. Right, which way is the ruins? Yeah, I guess the way to the ruins is going lower down. Actually, no, because that's... Oh, right, that's the path that we came, and then we didn't... the ruins are right here, so we don't have to worry about, we can just jump down from here, I believe. There's nothing else here to worry about. We came from the right, and then now we, go into the ruins. We don't have to bother about backtracking. This, as far as I know, it doesn't look like there's anything. Right, that closed on us, so obviously something's gonna happen.
Hey, BD, in here. What's that, BD?
Bundle of paint job. Okay, so the next thing is an archive, which is in the main hall. In front of the statue on the front of the stairs.
My friend.
Obviously, I'm gonna do the pause here. So this is Kashyyyk's tomb.
My friend, we've reached the tomb of Kashyyyk in search of an astrium. It is more secluded than even I would have thought. It seems the way in was secret even during the time of the Zephyr. A contrast from the ostentatious tomb of Mixrul. Yet not a welcome.
This is what is so weird right now.
The Night Sisters
so weird to me right now is that I'm looking at
but
my
even they warned me against these
frame
roads.
drops is like 13.
Something dark
My slow frames
transpires
is
here.
6, which is way lower
feel
compared to what it normally is at like 40 minutes in. Which is actually interesting. Okay, so we've done all that. Apparently the rest of the stuff here is like accessible only when you visit Dathomir for the second time. But this is the first one that I've visited, so I don't know if I need to come back and redo this or not. I'm not sure if this is story related, I guess we'll find out. Maybe we have to leave as part of the story. But it's saying something about we can't access it or whatever. There's also no meditation point here, if you'll notice. Okay, something's...
Whatever that was, it's gone.
Okay. Door's locked. Okay, door's locked, and we're 94% complete, which, there's no point in me going around and trying to complete it when I can't. Okay, this is interesting. There was no meditation point here before. There is now. Something's about to happen here, because, there was no meditation point there when we got here. There is now. They wouldn't give us a save point if there wasn't going to be anything in the area. Oh, interesting. Right? This is us as a... trainee, I guess. But what? We don't have any more... We don't have any more things to learn.
Hey, Cal. Ready for a rematch later?
Yeah, anytime.
Sounds good. On your way to training?
Always.
All right then. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Better get a move on, Cal. Jaro isn't a patient one. I heard we're getting new orders soon. Finally, I'm ready to be
We're leaving Braca?
Possibly. Don't get his hopes up with second-hand gossip.
It's okay. I believe it once Master DePaul says so.
Speaking of your master...
Oh yeah, I better go.
Better get a move on, Cal. You're in a rush.
Master DePaul's called me for training.
You got this, kid.
This is so weird. Seeing it, because obviously the Clone Wars happens and then everyone gets betrayed. To see stormtroopers, like clone troopers, be like
Master DePaul?
so casual with people.
Padawan, it's time for instruction.
Yes, Master?
Reach our position. Do not keep me waiting.
Oh, now we have to probably like use the everything that we've learned to get here.
Good.
Guess I jump to this.
Buckle up, Cal. This training session will last as long as it needs. You will comprehend the lesson of the day, one way or another.
I mean, is it wall running here? Because can't double jump.
Success and failure, life and death, light and dark. What divides them is your state of mind.
Way up over there. All these areas are too far. I feel like something's wrong, like the something's supposed to be...
urgency in completing your task.
Like, I can't get over there. What's he asking of us? Like...
Reach my position.
Something's to reach his position, but we can't reach the
You
position.
can do this. Try again.
There's no, like, what force powers do we have access to here? Lightsaber, slow, wall run, breather, flip, push, pull. Unless we have to pull, but... Nothing's, working.
Stay on task, Padawan.
Okay, maybe we have to push this in?
Good effort. Remember, we make our own luck.
I'm gonna have to look up what I have to do, because, for some reason this isn't making any sense. What's this area called? It'd be like, for the tomb. Let's call it Dathomir. Dathomir training sequence. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's not nothing's showing up on my screen here. I want the YouTube here. Oh, is it really about timing the... You're expected to make a massive impossible jump. No other platforms are appearing stuck on this one. Anyone finding himself stuck at this point, jump directly across to the wall. Cal will grab the ledge and you can shoot me. Oh, okay, it's weird. Just weird what it was asking, because it's just not... Well, I figured I had to jump across to something, but it just was not... none of the things I was trying to jump towards were... Guessing here is what we're supposed to do, jump to this. Right. Alright, now I see. Alright, now I feel silly. I thought we had to jump into the other thing, but I thought we had to jump into the whole things here, but then it's like, oh, we don't have to jump there, we have to do the other stuff.
You're almost there.
Whoa! Cheap shot, Commander.
Focus. Were you concentrating, you would have anticipated this distraction. Better, Padawan. Join me. Do not keep me waiting.
What was going on here? It's just so weird to some of the stuff.
We will begin with physical preparation. First, though, we have orders. Braca is secure. We move out from Maigito shortly.
Yes!
You must...
Master?
Oh.
Okay?
Oh, okay.
No!
Okay, order 66, yeah.
What's happening? What did the commander just...
Padawan, something terrible is happening. The clones have betrayed us. There are no answers to your questions. Not yet. We need to get off this ship. Quickly. Get to the escape pods. Use the maintenance halls. We trained for this. Do you remember?
Yes, Master. Well, what about you?
I will create a distraction and meet you. If I am not there when you arrive, depart without me. I will find you on Braca. Do you understand?
Yes, Master.
They're coming. I will seal the blast doors, but if any cross your path, do not hesitate. Go. May the Force be with you. Go! Go!
Oh.
There he is. Shoot to kill.
No! Stop!
Depol's on the move. We're gonna need backup.
Need to pull that to get through. This doesn't make any sense. What's going on?
Do we have eyes on the Jedi? No sign of the little one. Search everywhere. You can't have gone far. Airs off again. Wait, what's that noise? Hold this room. I'll search the area.
Oh, there's a rope. There's a rope there. I can. Oh, pull the rope.
Reporting take casualties. T'Pol's taken out multiple squads. Shoot on sight. Copy that.
I understand. What changed?
What was that? Someone's in the maintenance halls.
I think I'm near the turbo lift. Not much further after that.
Oh. Where we got? Run.
I have eyes on the small Padawan. He's in the turbo lift.
We have unlimited health anyway, we can't join.
Got this. Just need to keep moving.
Take him out. Let me go after T'Pol.
Oh.
Padawan, your lightsaber!
Sorry, Master.
Keep climbing. I'll meet you up ahead.
For a second I thought we had to like do a jump in here, but maybe we still do. They keep climbing, but how do we climb from here? Actually, I guess we have to head down because we're gonna look for our lightsaber, don't we? Maybe not. It's where we were. Rope there. Oh, that's right. I mean, the whole reason why Order 66 works so well is because it all happened at the same time.
Yes, Master.
And, like, they were taken off guard, but in this case they were not taken off guard. Like, well, he was still taken off guard, but he, he's now on guard, he's now aware, whereas all the rest of them was already, like, way too late. It's already way too late for them to do anything about it, because they'd already...
T'Pol was on the other side of that door? Yeah, but he won't be getting through. It's taken far too long to cut through these doors with that lightsaber. We'll just wait here until he's surrounded, then move in for the kill.
Keep in mind we have no lightsaber. But yeah, I dropped it.
What's that sound? Get ready!
Move, Padawan. We have to leave now. Hold the line. Wait for the Jedi Council signal. Remember, trust only in the Force.
Yes, Master.
Alright, so there's our flashback sequence explained, so I guess, still not sure why we weren't able to enter the tube yet, but, a cutscene? Or Wait, where are we now? I don't even...
Padawan. It is time for instruction.
Wait. We're fighting him? Alright. How are we supposed to fight him?
Yes. My blood is on your hands, apprentice. You are a failure, a weakling, a traitor. You are no Jedi! No!
Wait, somehow we've destroyed our lightsaber. We still have a lightsaber or not? Order 66, Cal comes... Wait. Oh, carries. Cal carries trauma from the horrifying experience of Order 66 when he and his master, Jaro Tapal, were attacked by their own troops. With Tapal's help, Cal escaped, but his master was killed in his dying moment. Tapal gave Cal his lightsaber and these words of advice: trust only in the Force. Trust only in the Force. Jedi Master Jaro Tapal, the general during the Clone Wars who mentored his Padawan, Cal Kestis, with the firm and disciplined doctrine. During Order 66, Tapal was mortally wounded but managed to get Cal to safety. Tapal's last moment, he passed his lightsaber to Cal. Okay, so, I guess now we head into the... I'm gonna make a save, obviously, because we... Objective's still to... I don't know what the objective is. Can't enter the door, it's not letting me.
Nothing.
Okay, well, I guess, We don't even have an objective right now, so I'm guessing we just head back.
BD?
Well, there was going to be a boss fight.
Thanks. Let's just get out of here. I can't explain BD. Not sure I even understand.
That might explain why the guide mentioned about there being.
I can't say I didn't warn you.
Leave me alone.
Leave you alone, lost and defenseless in this dangerous place. Never.
Okay, enough of this. Who are you really?
Taran Malikos.
Oh, he's a Jedi.
Former Jedi. Like yourself. We have much in common.
I doubt that.
Oh? We both survived the Purge. My troops betrayed me. I was forced to strike them down, and I escaped to this desolate place. To the darkness here. It almost took me. But I conquered it.
You're the one the Knight Brothers follow.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, these savages only respect strength. And as we both know, the Force is a most powerful ally.
Oh, you used the Force to seize power. That's everything the Jedi stood against.
These are dark times. They will consume us if we do not stand with each other.
I don't need your help.
That broken lightsaber, it has a different tale. You saw something in there, didn't you? Something terrible. There are many such places here in Dathomir. Join my family. And I can teach you how to control its power.
Join my family, and I will teach you to control the power. Familiar words, Malikos.
Sister Merrin, you overstep your bounds.
For years, you said the Jedi orchestrated the massacre that killed my sisters. Yet here one stands, and you seek only to bring him into your family.
You were told to deal with it. Clearly you lack the power, little witch.
Power. You are mad, Malikos. Dathomir has unmade you, and my misplaced loyalty has allowed you to lead the Knight Brothers astray. Unlike the Jedi, the Night Sisters of Dathomir do not turn on their kind. Our bond is eternal.
Your sisters are dead!
Yes. Their graves are all around you.
Time to go.
Foolish girl! This power is beyond your control!
You both shall learn. When you face one Night Sister of Dathomir, you face us all!
Come on, we're gonna fight together, or? Okay, I'm... Taran Malikos. The Wanderer was revealed to be Taran Malikos, a former Jedi now in hiding. Betrayed by his own troopers during Order 66, he crashed on Dathomir, where he succumbed to darkness and madness. Seeking a return to power, he has manipulated Merrin and the Knight Brothers in an effort to learn the secrets of their magic. Right, that actually explains what's going on there. Probably gonna have to be in a fight. Malicos unveiled. Marin confronted both Cal and Malicos. Enraged, Malicos would ally himself with the Jedi after years of convincing her they were the enemy. Seeing proof of Malicos' deception, she uses magic to unleash a horde of undead Night Sisters to destroy the outside. I'm guessing I have to fight them. Wait, oh, we can't even attack you. I'm actually in a corner. Can't do anything. I didn't know that. I thought we were fighting them. Alright, I guess I'll have to let them kill me, because I'm stuck in a corner. I cannot do anything. I'll just let them kill me. Okay, I'll respawn. I guess I needed to run, so not sure where we're supposed to be heading, so please allow me to skip the cutscene. I didn't even know that I had to run there. Like, the game didn't tell me any of that. I thought I could fight, and then by the time I realized that I couldn't fight, I was already in a position where I couldn't fight. And once I got to the thing, I was already in a position where it's like, I can't do anything else. Like, I was already in a position where I'd already committed to trying to fight, and then realized that okay, they're all back now. Oh, okay, we have to get to the mantis. Okay, so I was wondering where we can't. Oh, sorry, we can't fight because we don't have any. Wait a second. I can actually. I have force powers. I have the force powers I can use. I don't have any. I don't have any a lightsaber on me.
You there, come here. You will kneel in death.
I don't even know which way I'm heading, if I'm heading the right way or not. It just tells me to get to the ship. I have no weapon. I don't have a lightsaber, so.
I will catch you.
I don't even know if I'm heading the correct way. So.
Where did he go?
Doesn't feel like it's the right way. I was wondering, like, wait a second, why can't I fight? And it's like, oh, it's because we don't have the lightsaber anymore. I really need to find where the ship is. I thought the way I could go was over this way, but well, I guess it still is.
Seer, tell Grease to get the mantis running.
What's happening?
The Night Sister. She raised the dead. They're after me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! And you're leading them here? Captain, prepare for takeoff.
Everything's like respawned. Like, So I think that's as far as I can go in terms of the actual story.
Get us out of here!
They actually jumped into the ship.
What'd you do, kid? I got dead witches crawling all over my ship!
Just go!
We didn't have a lightsaber. We don't know what happened to Malachus either.
What happened? Did you find the tomb? Your master's lightsaber.
I saw him. Master T'Pol. I saw the day he died. I saw what I did.
Cal.
Now it's destroyed. I couldn't save him.
Cal, you were only a child.
No, I know I could have helped him if I'd been stronger and braver, if I would have listened to him. I could have helped him. I know it.
Cal, it's time I told you everything that happened to me when I escaped the Empire. They brought Shirley in the room. And when I saw her eyes, they showed me what I had caused. She was an inquisitor. And something in me gave. And I lost all control. And I tapped into the dark side. And I killed them all. Every last one of them. Except for her. And for years, I couldn't forgive myself. I was a wreck. Because I had all this rage. And I tried pushing it down, but there was no hiding from myself. And all I wanted to do was die. But then I learned about the holocron. A spark of hope that there could be a future. That we could move on. Get up. I can't change what I did no more than you can change what happened to your master. It's in the past. But Cal, you have to make a choice to move on.
How?
You're gonna start with this. You are going to build a new one.
I'm not gonna do that right now because I just saw the thing pop up. We're in a cutscene. We're a new planet.
Cal. You will be tested.
Yeah. But I'm ready.
I don't mean just here. Every Jedi faces the dark side. And it's very easy to fail.
You're still struggling with the dark side. Even after cutting yourself off from the Force.
We will always struggle. But that is the test. It's the choice to keep fighting that makes us who we are.
I guess it's about time I find out who I am.
Alright, well, obviously before I do this, I want to make sure that that Lloyd? Yeah, these are going. code. I think there's only one more seat left that I haven't planted. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only one more that we're missing, but we have the... I think it's on that first planet. That means we are going to get it very early, so it should be actually really good. But they don't take very long to grow, considering the game's thing. So, I don't think I have any new meditation points. Wait, did I actually lose all my... No, I just realized because I died in that section and I can't fight any of those. I think I've lost my experience. I hope that I haven't. Oh, I see. So our lightsaber's broken now. We haven't been to this planet before. We haven't been to this planet before, so that's gonna be this is gonna be different. I suppose there's a seed here. Actually, no, it said 10 seeds, and I think I did miss one.
It's been a long time since I've been here. As you know, many Jedi have come to Ilum to find their Kyber crystal.
I remember.
Master Yoda guided us to the entrance, but after that we were on our own. Not something I wasn't accustomed to, but that didn't make it any less challenging.
I was trained by following strict protocols. Prepared for everything. Or so I thought.
Maybe that was the lesson, Cal. You can't know everything. You can only trust that you are able to handle whatever you face. May the Force be with you, Cal.
Anything could happen here, but I'm ready.
I know you are, Cal. But also know that no matter what happens, good or bad, there will always be another challenge to overcome.
Is that supposed to uplift me?
It's supposed to remind you that you're doing everything you can, and that failure is not your fault, only giving up.
Let's head outside. Oh, before I go and do everything here, make sure that so we're not gonna get through the we have to go back to Dathomir. Alright, Ilum there is some stuff though, so the right into a gap. There's an upgrade. Well, there are a couple of things in the tomb of that we have to return to anyway. Ice planet. I don't know how big the map is going to be. It might actually not be. It's only like 5 secrets, 3 things, so it might not be a massive, massive area. I don't know if like Reese is out here. I didn't see him before. So it said to go to the right and got a whole bunch of wall runs.
Younglings, the time of the gathering is upon us. Use your skills wisely.
Enter the gathering. Younglings came here for the sacred rite of the gathering. A test all Jedi must pass to build their lightsaber. Okay, that's that out of the way. The giant stone structure and climb to the top. I guess now we just make our way back because we need a way to go.
Jedi Temple. It's been a while. Yeah. I remember. Every Jedi comes here as a kid. Or they did. When there were Jedi.
Actually, I didn't realize this myself. There's probably not going to be any enemies here until we already can build the lightsaber because, I can't imagine them wanting to try and fight enemies with out some sort of like. Well, then again, they did that in the thing, but you still had force power that you could use.
Looks like a way through over there. Now be careful with the ice.
See, there's a climbing part there, but how do we get there is the question. Right spot. It's the giant stone structure which you can climb onto. But supposedly we can climb. It makes sense to be able to do so, just I don't know why it's not letting me do so. When I came out.
This is the worst blizzard I've ever seen. The storm, the temple. It all feels connected somehow.
I guess I'll say I'm enjoying the game more now that we have access to like all of the abilities to do everything, but my issue is that it takes too long to get to that. Like again, the first tomb was really bad because of the thing, but the second tomb was actually really easy. But it's like, I don't know. Maybe the game needs to be a bit more consistent. I'm enjoying it more now. It's put into perspective how I thought about this thing. A few streams ago, I was very mixed, divided on this. And I was actually considering, I was actually considering about whether I should give this a pass or not, because I just was not happy with what I played sort of. But now that I've played a little bit more, it says it climbs to the top, didn't it?
Great Jedi meditated here. He returned at points.
Some of these things give us way more XP than others.
Trials.
Master Marty Kamara. Mora placed at a meditation site often used by the venerable Jedi Master Marty Bucky Ron. He returned here many times over the course of his life to reflect on his adventures and achievements. I also got something else that I had to update. Shadow of the Master. Cal and Beatty found their way to the ruins, where Cal faced a dark version of Joro Tapal. This phantom shattered Cal's lightsaber, leaving him defenseless. Cal and Beatty fled the ruin, running into the Wanderer. He revealed himself as Taron Malicos, a former Jedi now studying the dark side. Malicos asked Cal to join his quest for power, but was cut off by Marin. She raised a horde of undead to destroy him and Cal. Cal and Beatty rushed back to the Mantis after Cal's confession about Order 66. Tia said it's time for him to build his own lightsaber. Alright, so the next one's on the same platform and we have to hack through some ice crystals. So the next one is the same area. I've got to hack some ice crystals. This was something to examine.
Not much to see, is there? I should head back down. My face is going numb.
Okay, I think when they say hack the crystals, we can't, alright, so we can't do this until we've... Actually, can we? We can't use force powers on it. We can't use force powers on it, so we'll have to come back here. We've got to jump into the water, and... once you reach the temple, we'll have to think... We can't, we need a lightsaber. Don't want to do that. Time to go back down. You give us time to go back down. Ah, there's a way on the left here. How far down to the left? We're up top here. This is the spire. Maybe there's something on the left side that I can climb. He did specifically say about not going down, but looking at here, and there's a... There might be a way to jump or something. I need to go down. But where we're supposed to go down. There's a way left right there, so maybe that's where I'm supposed to go. lies at the entrance to the Crystal Caves. Used primarily as a meeting area, Jedi Masters brought younglings here for instruction and meditation before they began their sacred search for Kyber crystals.
Let me see.
Right, well, this is good. For some reason. Why is he making noise constantly? This whole area is like maybe there's a way to activate something here. Ah, I see.
Yeah, it used to be beautiful. The warmth is nice. What'd you find? Good scan.
Magnifying window. Built by the Jedi Masters who constructed the temple on Ilum 1,000 years ago, this window magnified natural outside light for heat. A beam of intense light generated through the large glass portal was then directed to specific areas of ice that melted into the water. So I'm pretty sure like we have to wait. We haven't jumped in any water yet, so if we haven't jumped in any water, we'll be content we don't have to worry about it. We're officially in the Jedi Temple.
I remember this room. Master Yoda melted that door to let us into the caves. Not with the Force. With that crystal. The light passed through it and carried its warmth. I bet we can do it too.
Well, this is here for some reason. Where we put it, I do. No, we have nowhere we can reach for it. I think that's the end point. Okay, so this is a puzzle. There's a puzzle space. So we're just gotta figure out where, what does what. So this is with lighting. I think what we have to do is have to light position something to different lights, maybe. Trying to get up onto the platform first.
Find something?
Statue of a Jedi Master. Statue of a venerable Jedi Master adorns the central chamber leading to the Crystal Cave. Carved hundreds of years ago, it serves as a symbol to the sacred wisdom, enlightenment, and perseverance of the once great Jedi Order. Jedi devices. Jedi devices were constructed within this ancient temple to control certain conditions or activate protected passages. Many such tools exist using basic levers, swivel arms, and rudimentary objects that when positioned properly will achieve a specific purpose. Still got... getting a bunch of, like, clues and stuff here. But, still nothing about what I have to do for... puzzles so far. Just trying to figure out what is around. Okay, we can connect that to someone. Connect this to something. Figure out what we could have connected to.
Let's go, BD.
We wandered off and found something. Or I wander off and find something. Or, not what I was trying. Alright, I think what I'm supposed to do is just connect certain, things together like this. And I think I can... That did not work. Gets pushed. Then I connect this. And I like, I don't know if this changes anything if I swing on it. Doesn't look like it changes its trajectory. Why did it move the camera like that? Like... When I try and like do anything with this, it's just gonna... Doesn't really make any sense, because like I tried doing the push and like if I push it it's gonna... Maybe it's because I didn't target the right thing, but... Fairly certain by targeting this it's just gonna make that go away. There's only two directions that it can go. And I don't know how to get back up to where I need to go for here, because none of this lets me get back up. there's that thing over there. But we can't, it's gonna be long enough. And what's the reasoning for that? Like, it's gonna... It doesn't make any sense. Like, this puzzle doesn't make any sense, because this is I have to use force slow. Have a look and see what it is. I think it's got something to do with maybe force slow, or I need to do. I'm stuck where I am. I can't get back up. It doesn't look like I can make my way back up. But it's like, I know what I have to do. I have to melt the ice, but I've got to figure out how I smash the... Got to figure out how I smash the, Pretty sure it's got something to do with, like, using the momentum to, thing. I think I just missed a shot of that. Might have been. Yeah, I think I might have missed a push thing. The only thing I can think of. It's like there's this here, but then when I was down here, I don't remember there being. There's. This. I don't even know how to get back up to where I'm, deep. It's so hard to know what's climbable, what's not. We have to melt two things of ice. I understand there's like these two things of ice that we have to melt. The way to melt them is... Like, I thought what I was doing was correct, whereas we need to, you know, get this over to where we are. And like, I thought equipping this would... Then the issue is that is not pointing in the right direction. Then I need to figure out how to... Like, unless something changed while I was down here, but... Doesn't look like it, because there's nothing here. Unless it's up higher, but there's... I don't know how to get back up, that's the issue. There's no way back up. I don't see any climbable ice that I can, like, use. Unless there's certain things where it's like I can... Now, that's why it makes me think maybe it's up here. Like, is there something? But it's like, I don't know how to get back up. I'm just going to look up the solution to the puzzle because it's just not... It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm stuck where I am. Look up the solution. I don't see where I'm supposed to head back up. It doesn't... I'm missing something. Head into the center of the chamber, follow the wall around to the left. Large metal bracelet in the center of the room. over to the other side. It's the rope, the crystal, the large climbable storage stuff from the other side where the bracket stopped. There's another shutter here. Pull the rope to open it. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing like some sort of like indicator or thing. I don't see any pull areas around here. Because usually they flash like a blue tinge color, and I'm not seeing anything. Am I gonna have to look up a video just to try and figure out what to do? Because if I've gone and jumped down, and I was supposed to jump down and figure out how to get back up, because it's not explaining any of this. But there's a reason why this climbing wall has to be here.
Let's head out.
Why is he came off of my shoulder for something. And then now he's not there. It's like as if the game's stuck on something. Climbable, like I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I way there. Climb that depth. This thing here I'm climbing, but nothing's appearing on my map that I can see. I feel like I need to get back up higher to be able to. I did see that there's some, like, climbable ice. There's climbable ice here, but why is that here? Must be a reason for this. There's climbable ice here for some reason, and yet it doesn't do anything. And it doesn't lead us back up, or... I don't know how to get back up. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I can't... force push... this. Because it needs to be, like... It'll only let me go so far. I put this in, this is fine. And then I remember putting this in, and it just, I did the force push, it went and didn't work, because it... I'm gonna have to just look up a video, because it's just, it doesn't make any sense. I can't make my way back up, I cannot get back up. I don't know how to get back up. Unless this is the wrong, like... guide. Or I can make that thing go a little bit further, right? I think it's because I somehow fell, but... maybe we can make our way back up if I can... jump up somewhere, but apparently there's like might be a way back up, but I don't think I have enough jump. This rope swing isn't going to be long enough. I think the way that I came was... Like, do I have to restart this puzzle just to get back? Because way back up, I think, is over there, and I can't get back up that way. I'm not seeing anywhere. I don't see anywhere where I'm supposed to go. Like that climbing wall gets us back up to here. That climbing wall doesn't do anything. This climbing wall doesn't do anything. I can't get. I don't see anywhere like climbable that I can reach. There is a thing there. Maybe that's where it is. There's a thing there that I can see. I feel like I need to get back up the top floor. I can see some platforms here, but I don't know if I can reach these. There's some there that I think that I can't reach them. There's a thing there as well. Again, I can't reach them. Everything looks like it's out of sight. Everything looks like it's just out of reach. And or it looks like it's climbable, but it's not. There has to be a way back up. There has to be a way. Gotta be a way to get back up. I'm kind of just sick of looking at the puzzle. Sick of looking at the puzzle. I need to make my way back up. You know, I look at the thing here and it's like there's a... I feel like something's glitched because I've been over to the other side multiple times and something just doesn't look right. I'm actually just stuck. I'm just straight up stuck. I can't see any. There is no way back. There's no way back. Actually, no way back that I can see. The game is not even giving me any. Like there is a thing for hints, but it's like I don't want the hints. And I'm looking. I can't even like observe the puzzle from a higher area because every time I try to do it, I can't get back up. This thing here isn't doing anything. It's you climb up the wall. You know, you go to where you're supposed to go here. Like this, you can't go any higher than this. That happens. Like you fall and thing like. You can't even get back up to that higher platform. I'm here, as far as I can go. Even with like double jump, I can't make my way back up here. I think that's where I'm supposed to go. This part here, I can't do anything. It's not. Any other thing I can think of is to grab this thing and put it into the... That might work. Hang on a second, that's probably what I'm supposed to do. The only other thing I can think of is use this rope for something. Attach it to something possible. I don't know if this will work. This rope is counted as a... That's what was... That's what I have to do. I was trying to figure out which way, how to get back up to the... I forgot that the rope was a connector as well. I was trying to figure out if I could get a way back up. this melt anything? No. So we need to do it on the other side. How do I do that? Hopefully this works. That means that I have to probably probably goes in here. There we go. Wish that was a little bit more clear what I had to do, but I wasn't even really using a guide. It was kind of like I was just trying to use the guide to figure out a way if I could get it back up any higher. It's like it still didn't get me to that. So alright, we have at least one door melted. Yeah, that explains why he was hopping off of me. It's light enhancing crystals. Crystals arranged within the temple enhance light to focus heat on specific areas. As the light beam melts the ice, opens hidden passageways known only to the Jedi. Well, I had an idea of what I had to do, but I was trying to figure out, like, everything down the bottom. Obviously, I thought I had to climb back up because I made a mistake. I tried tying the thing to both sides, and then, like, I actually just realized I realized when I pulled the rope to go and do something, I realized, hang on a second, this is also a conductor thing or whatever. But there's no collectibles I need to worry about here. Now I'm back up here. Just now this gets. What do with this? Now I need to change the. Now I need to change the positioning. I need to now think this out. Yeah, I need to take this out, put this in, and then. Didn't want to do that. You're gonna need to take. You're gonna need to take this and put it. I didn't see what side. Actually, I think it's the other side. So, you're gonna need to do it like this. It's not, we can easily just change it, but the issue is I need to do this on. The issue is I need to do it while I'm over there. Can't do it while I'm over here. I think I need to do it over here first. Then we send this. Send this over to this side. We attach this to here now. Then we're able to head back. Did something... Does that mean that it is the other side? Might be the other side. So that was all I was supposed to do, push that back that way. There's also a crystal in there, so. Right. Yeah, we take no full damage whatsoever. That was just a full straight down. So now we're at the point where we can start getting some collectibles. Second column to the left. I think we can immediately get it. That's a little bit further. We have to dive down anyway. There it is. Swim through the hole next to the chest and bump the wall. Next to the chest is a hole.
Each path is different, young one. Be mindful of your anger.
Ugh.
Angry youngling. Pack dropped by a frustrated youngling. Some succeed, but some fail. This one gave into her anger. So we've already failed then, because I already gave into mine earlier. Well, in another thing, but again, it's like with how this works. Alright. Here there's a couple of there's a lot of stuff here, so not a lot of stuff, but in the actual caves. In the actual caves section, the next two echoes that we have to get are actually secrets. They're gonna give us upgrades. From the so we're gonna jump between two statues, turn left. That one we can't do because we don't have the. This one we can't do because we don't have the lightsaber yet. So there's one on the right. They're both life upgrades as well, which is handy.
There's heat coming from those cracks underwater, but it's freezing up here. I can feel it. It's calling to me. We must be close.
Ah, see that.
Jedi can't pick any Kyber crystal. It chooses you. Yeah, kinda like you.
I'm definitely gonna get attacked in here.
Good job.
Geodes. Ilum is naturally abundant in geological formations found within mineral-rich underground rock. Billions of years of accumulated mineral matter deposited from hydrothermal fluids have produced the rock balls with valuable constituents, including rare crystals. Pretty much we have to go both sides of the statue.
Just a little shake. It'll be okay.
We have to go both sides of the statue, but we can only...
Let's hope it holds.
We have to go both sides of the statue, however, the right side, we can't do anything on the left side because we need the lightsaber.
Very nice.
Minerals. Cavern systems under Ilum are rich in mineral substances formed during ancient geothermal evolution. The ice caves are home to several mineral classes native to this planet. Oh, sliding. Realized we were on a slide section. Okay, he just like completely glitched into that thing there.
Whoa! Close one.
Alright, we're at the meditation point.
Call's getting stronger. Let's hurry.
We're at the meditation point, so we can't go left between the two statues because
I'm surrounded by ghosts.
That way will take us to a life upgrade, but we can't do.
I'm not alright.
Well, sorry, we can't.
It's hard to be
can.
here.
One side will take us to a thing. The other side can't do right now. But we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and grab at least one of the life upgrades. Still better than not having one. Also forgot that that area in Dathomir where I was killed by those 4 things. I don't recall if I got my XP back or not.
It's them. How did they find us here?
They said to... Said to go here. Jump through. From the meditation point, jump to the nearby platform between Jedi statues, turn left. Up through some frozen icicles. It says after going between the Jedi statues, go right this time. Jump across the gap. It's supposed to be a rope here. Left is... Oh, there's... That's... There's our... let's go. Shit.
see him?
He was heading into the caves. He called out, but I couldn't find him.
Yeah, that's the problem. I've been trying to fix that for a while. I'm still getting into contact with Twitch support, and I've been trying my best to try and get this to work, but just not consistent. I'm trying to figure out what I have to do, but for some people it's black, for some people it's not, and I've been trying my hardest to figure out what the problem is for like the past 3 weeks now. And I got into contact with Twitch support. I can't fix it on my end. I don't know how some people have fixed it on their end. That's the issue. Been like this for so long, for like 3 weeks. I've been... It's annoying, but I don't really know how to fix it. Youngling lost. Remains of a camp. A Jedi Master was concerned for a youngling that was missing in the caves. Yeah, everything's black, but there's something that I can really do about it. The only way I can get a viewable stream is if I export this stream to YouTube, or if I use Streamlabs, which then requires me to have to get that ready, but then that doesn't explain how this problem gets fixed, so I'm trying to work with them to get it to work, but I can't get it to work on any of my browsers, but it's a consistency issue. It has to be some sort of consistency issue, because why does it work for some but then not for others? Why does it upload for the thing but then, you know, it's always like, this thing does something but then this does this. I can't really explain. On my, like, when I watch my stream on the thing, it's not, it's weird. Alright, so next thing we have to do is we have to swing back to the platform below, go straight ahead through a narrow archway. But yeah, I wish that I could fix the problem. I've been back and forth with Twitch support for 3 weeks now, trying all sorts of different things to get it to work, and nothing's been consistent apart from trying a new streaming software. But then that also doesn't explain why I've had some people come in and being able to fix the problem, and they were able to fix it somehow. So if I can figure out a way to fix it, or at least if someone's able to figure out a way to fix it, and then I can try some things, I can do it like right on the stream, and you can see like what might work, what might not work. Wish that I had like a better explanation, but that's not. That's pretty much the best that I can do. Like I can't download my videos properly on. Can't download my videos properly on Twitch. I'm getting audio-only streams, despite the fact that there are some people that have viewable thing. Which again, if it's viewable for some, they're doing something differently. That I don't know what they're doing. So I think they mean through here. That's just how I look at it. Like I know you've come in a couple of times, and it's been black. But then I've had someone else come in and it was black, and then they were able to fix it, but they didn't tell me how they fixed it. So, if I can figure out a way to fix the problem, then I will put out a message on my Nightbot command to let people know, hey, this is how you fix the black screen issue, or this is how you fix this, because then if it works for me, it should work for everyone else. Okay, go up the... Wait, did I miss something? Swing back to the platform below and go straight ahead through an narrow archway. There's a chest you can slice open. Okay, that's Youngling lost. Oh, Youngling afraid we don't have. It says swing back to the platform below and go straight ahead through a narrow archway. There's a chest you can slice. This one's through here. Should be using pull. If I use pull, I can push them into the thing. There's the...
Here, we've got a problem. There are probe droids in the caverns.
There's no way they could have put a tracker on us.
That's what I'm trying my best to
figure out what I have to do. Reason I will search the Mantis.
Thanks. I'll be back as soon as I've got my crystal.
You're vulnerable out there. Don't take any unnecessary risks.
Let's go this way, BD. Job done.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's
there you go.
No reason as to why
what you got there?
It should work for... It should either work for no one or it should work for everyone. It shouldn't be like a problem where... If it's a problem with consistency, like, oh, one person thing is... And so someone's doing something that makes it work versus the other person. That's the other issue. And that's the thing, it's like, when I upload all these exported things on YouTube and I do all this other stuff, the thing is, it all works, it all shows visual, it all shows audio. The issue is that it takes forever for stuff to download, the quality isn't the same, it takes long, it's just really frustrating and annoying. Alright, that's that one we're looking for. Go up the ramp behind this chest, and we'll run. Climb down on the wall. It's the worst thing though, because the people who are already like following or something like this, the fact that it's coming up like this and being so inconsistent. That's where I'm getting annoyed. I see the thing. It's like, how can I get more viewership on my streams if it's coming up black screen for some people? How can I? And then what's weird is that like I can't view my videos, which means it doesn't count as a view. And yet I checked my last stream video and they had 14 views. So somehow someone's able to watch stuff.
A youngling dropped this during her test. She was so scared of failing. Brings back some memories.
A youngling afraid. A supply pouch left by a youngling dealing with fear and frustration. This one here we have to now... It says in the area with the pool you have to dive into to go further into the temple. Dive into the one behind it.
That's it. I can see it shining.
Okay, so that area there is probably the one that's going to take us close to the temple. So if I go and do here, to be in this cool area here. Circular area of the lightsaber workbench. So we're actually going to get a lightsaber. We're going to get a lightsaber. That means that we can now backtrack towards. We know where at least two of the things. The opposite side of the room from the bench. But yeah, I don't know. I've gone over this several times already, but I don't have a solution. That's the worst part about it. Like, I'm losing potential. I'm losing everything, and it's been like this for 3 weeks, and yet if I had a fix for it, I would fix it. And it's like you have to just wait and all these explanations. And I mean, it might just take time. I don't know what the issue is. Like it seems like it's just an inconsistent issue. And if I had an explanation, I would. Where has he gone? There's something that I can scan. I didn't see the scan there. These scans.
Nice job.
Powerful carbon crystals grow naturally on Ilum, one of the rare planets in the galaxy where they may be found. Such crystals resonate with concentrated energy in a unique manner through the Force, exhibiting a collective consciousness that allow them to communicate with one another and living beings. Part of Jedi training, younglings were sent to the crystal caves of Ilum to mine these crystals in order to construct their own lightsabers.
Through there. I can feel it. We're almost out of here. I promise.
I know that there's at least 2 or 3 lightsaber crystals that I'll need to get. Oh great, we can't make it back this way. What the? Where are we going? It's like... Oh, it's a... Okay, I was wondering what was going on. It's a flashback sequence. Flashback sequence, never mind. Wait a second, why don't we have the breather in our mouth?
Trust me.
Failure's not the end, my friend.
That's good. That's good, buddy.
The time's come. This may be the last you see of me. I can sense the doom of the Jedi Order is upon us. No! Failure is not the end. It is a necessary part of the path. Hope will always survive in those who continue to fight. Like you, BD-1. I believe you will find someone just as brave and persistent as you have been. And you will help them, as you have helped me. But your memory will be completely lost. Are you sure you want to do this? Beginning total memory encryption. Only with a trusted connection will your memories be restored. I believe in you, as I always have. And I believe in whom you choose to replace me. Goodbye, old friend.
Memories. You risked them for me. Yeah, I believe in you too, buddy. Yeah, you're right. There's still a chance. There's always a chance. Come on.
Okay, my friend, in his final message, Master Cordova revealed a close connection to BD-1, his faithful companion droid. On their many adventures, they shared close trust as BD-1 recorded Cordova's journey and vital knowledge. They parted ways. BD-1 agreed to have his memory banks encrypted with this information, beginning his important mission and saying goodbye to one another. Oh, we got an update as well. Hope. In the wake of his terrifying experience on Dathomir, Cal travels to Ilum to construct a new lightsaber. With the help of his new master, Civilized, he's able to conquer the horror of his past, forge his new Jedi weapon. Cal moves forward, now determined to complete his mission, let go of his tragic past, and choose his new destiny. Choose his own destiny. My friend. After a fateful event on Ilum, BD-1 finally retrieves the last of his memories about his old friend Enno Cordova. The recordings BD played for Cal were all logs from private conversations between the droid and Cordova. In a final recording from Cordova, BD shares the moment his memory was frozen to encrypt the secret data about the vault. Alright, so that's done. That's goodbye. That's this one here. I don't know how much further we still have left in. There is a thing right here, though. Maybe we get it right here. Oh, we get to pick the Right, we get to pick the crystal color? Oh, we get to pick the color. Okay. We get to pick what color or lightsaber we want. I don't know what color I'd like. There's yellow, orange, purple. Well, we haven't got a purple one. Who's that? Pink, light blue. Man, I'm trying to imagine what a light blue, like, say, like, the pink one. Or either it was purple. I don't know what happens if we do it anyway. Like, yeah, let's just go with this one. Go with something different. See how it looks. That actually looks pretty cool. Now we have access to a split saber. Kel's lightsaber splits to enable devastating force attacks. Okay, so now we have a dual wield saber, and it's pink. Okay, so I sync this trophy up. Now we can go back, hopefully, and get those. There's one that's way up top on the thing. There's one that's back through the caves. But there shouldn't be any enemies around because we already have dealt with them. See, looking at these things is so weird, right? So, like these are obviously story objectives. This is probably completing a third tome. This has to do with probably defeating another boss. And then this has to do with, I don't know what that has to do with it's weird how they've done the story-related, trophies. So, by combining Seer and Jaro's hilts, Cal created a lightsaber that can split in two. Alright, so we have that access now. I don't mind using that. I don't know if this gave us any new skills. Not showing that it did, so... what else have we got here? Chapter 3. Be forged. Dia gifted Cal a lightsaber hilt through her... though her kyber crystal had been sold long ago to pay for Grease's debts. Inside the caves, Cal followed the call of his crystal through a crack in an ice wall. The ice beneath Cal and BD shattered, sending Cal plummeting into icy water. BD saved Cal just in time, but the crystal split in two. That triggered a log Cordova, revealing BD sacrificed his memories to store logs vital to Cal's quest. Cal combined Seer and Jaro's hilts, creating a lightsaber with single, double, and dual wield capability. Okay, so obviously I'm going to be using the double one, because that would be better than the other two. So now we have to backtrack to the top of the mountain area, because that's where one of the things is, and then hopefully we can backtrack towards that other area to get that other force upgrade. I don't think we can, because it broke, the ice broke. It's that other unfortunate thing, the ice actually broke. Okay, did something change here? Oh, right, we have the different emitters. Okay, we actually can change. We can actually just generally change our. So we were on orange last time. We've got blue, green, purple, orange, yellow, cyan, magenta, and indigo. Ouch, it appears both. So, I was thinking what we could do is pick multiple colors, but I guess we can't. So now I can swap between. We've got a single lightsaber, we've got double lightsaber, and then we have. I guess from there we can then go L1 and break them apart. So is there a way to? Okay, so that's how it works. So, to use the dual-wield sabers, we have to, we can't use, like, them both as dual... To do a split attack, we have to, To do a split attack, we have to actually, To do a split attack, we need to... L1 and square to do those. That's it. I don't know if I can make my way back to the way that I wanted to go. I believe the way forward would have been, well, way forward's probably been blocked. Yeah, I think the way forward's been blocked, so that means we're going to have to actually backtrack all the way.
Be wary, Padawan. You do not choose your crystal. It chooses you.
Finding the crystals. Crystal discovered by youngling but mysteriously left behind. Wait, did we just miss it? Why was this not mentioned? Why that wasn't mentioned in this? Playing Imperial Trenches. That's the other stupid thing. It's showing that I'm in the Imperial Trench, but why would it not mention that? That's apparently... Really? That's apparently like the last collectible in this area. Well, they must have just completely forgot about a. They must have just completely forgotten about a thing. I don't know if I can make my way back. I would like to, because there's these things here that I wasn't able to grab. Good thing is I don't think there's going to be any enemies that are there. So we'll have to leave, then we'll come back. We're not going to be getting any more upgrades. Also, what's strange is that it's, this last, there's only like 3 collectibles left here. The last, for some reason that For some reason, that actual like that thing that we just saw there wasn't even listed in this, even though it should be. But for some reason, it's not. But I just better thing. We'll probably have to backtrack anyway to find stuff. That's what's going to be annoying with the. What's going to be very annoying with this Going to be very annoying with this area. Just that I don't have for some reason it's not including certain things in the listing. I mean, what can you do? Like, if I actually go through the entire map and see what I haven't explored, it'll, like, I think all the areas should be considered explored at this point. Like, I'll make my way all the way back to the map. But it's saying we're 84% explored, so the landing pad's done. The Shattered Lake, there's a chest, but that was the chest that was related to the thing, so that we know of. Jedi Temple is 90% explored. But that also might include, like, and then there's probably going to be something that we're missing. But this game is very inconsistent with what thing. I gotta tell him to switch to the single-bladed lightsaber for some reason.
I hear you. Smash him. That's it. It's all over now.
Bomb split saber attack. Oh, okay. Split saber attacks require force.
To trail you.
So the split saber attacks require force.
I'm sure we'll beat
you.
you.
Heaps of these guys.
Am I all that's left? You've got an intruder down there.
There's heaps of them. They're coming from all over the place here.
Strike him quickly.
Try dodging that.
Allied units down.
Don't fall behind.
Apparently this is the Imperial Trench here. So we will have to backtrack, but not too far. So we're going to swing across a rope, take the left path on the fork.
Ripping the planet apart. They were never tracking us. Job done.
Oh,
Integrity compromised.
You can definitely hack this from one.
Confirmed strike.
Let's see if I can take out these guys, because they're already... Okay, if I activate them, they, if I attack them, they come out.
Affirmative blow. Trivial opposition. You'll be sorry. Damage sustained. Driving upwards. I am terminating your life.
Just kind of scan. Empire mining operation. Imperial mining operations scour sites once considered sacred by the Jedi, devouring the planet's resources for their own corrupt and secret agenda.
It's hard to look at these crystals after everything we went through.
Actually, if I'm trying to remember right, I know that, like, one area, like, we're missing this area we're missing a chest. I know how to get this one. The Jedi Temple, I don't know what I'm missing here. It's apparently 90% explored. There might be a way I can use the lightsaber in some way. But, like, I'm gonna have to still, like, backtrack to here anyway, so maybe it's fine. What is this? I see.
You got this, BD. Seer, we need to get out of here.
Oh,
they've taken over Ilum.
Are you all right?
No, they spotted me. And that's not all. They're mining Kyber crystals.
Captain, prepare for takeoff.
Take the left path on the fork. I don't think that I'm too far ahead. Like, where we were, it's like there's nothing in here. We came from this... We came from, no, we came from there, actually. We can't even go through this way. Let's say... It says, at the meditation point at the end of Crystal Caves, found after swinging across a rope. We haven't swung across any ropes yet. Because the way that we, the meditation point is right here. And then we came out and then there was no, there was enemies waiting for us. So there's no ropes that I can see around here. Pretty sure if we jump down we're gonna die. I'll just, around. We're gonna have to backtrack anyway, so... It'll be all fine. Here's our hope. This, I'll have to swing on a rope. Or can take the left path. Left path is here, and then this is like considered that if we were able to get everything in one playthrough, this would be the last. This would be the last. Well, that was supposed to be a trophy for killing everything with different things, lightsabers. Hit a single enemy with a lightsaber types. Oh, hit a single enemy with a lightsaber type. Okay, that's what it's. Hold up, was like kill an enemy with all 3 types.
Need you jump in there. Come on, buddy. Let's take a look.
Apparently that's the last...
He's there, right there! I got this. Alright, let's end it.
Apparently that is the last collectible from the game. Going left might actually be the...
Very nice.
Imperial Machinery. Imperial Machinery generates power and controls various temperatures of their industrial operations by harnessing geothermal energy from the planet's core. The process results in harmful byproducts and is highly destructive to the pristine ecosystem. I think this is just going to lead us back to the door. Right. Let's try it. gonna make my way back towards... Actually, we are nearly... Oh, actually, no, we are heading back towards the crystal cave, so never mind. We can go ahead and get what we need here while we're thinking, because there's a... We know where the secret is. Turn to Dathomir and retrieve an astrium from the church.
Over there! Someone else take him! Yeah, got it! Don't break your guard! We can beat you, Jedi! No one's that fast!
Okay, so... Now that we're here... We might be able to make our way towards what, we came through this way. I'm trying to figure out if I can make my way towards it. I think I can, because if I look at the actual map... Now where we have to head would be different. I'm trying to remember, like... Did we... I'm trying to remember where we found that thing. So it's like all this stuff here we can check anyway. I know what I'm missing. The one I'm missing is this one here. It's like right at the side of the crystal caves. So it's before we dive down. So if we make our way back, then once I see where I have to go on the way back, because I see there's enemies here.
I'll get him. He'll be back.
Right, so I have to jump down and deal with them.
He's blocking. Move in.
Getting hit by a rocket launcher or something as well. Oh, he's over there. I don't think I can send the rocket launcher back at them. Right, but I don't think that works. No, it does work. Actually, does work. I need to get rid of this rocket launcher guy. Please don't slow me down. Not trying to get over here yet. He's right there. I can't check the map because I have nowhere to cover. I need cover so I can at least check the map. So this is the way back to Jedi Temple. I want to be able to go see if I can grab that health upgrade.
Seer. I remember the wonder of these caves. How I couldn't wait to complete my training and become a Jedi Knight.
Target in range. Moving to return line of sight. Systems failing.
Did not get other rewards for this.
Yes!
of your emotions, young one.
But Master, this is easy.
Youngling Pride. This bag belonged to a Jedi Master who tried to provide the youngling with wisdom. I think the only thing we're missing now is at the temple, perhaps. Okay, so I know where something's missing. I can find what I'm looking for in the Shattered Lake. I know where that is. However, there's something in the Jedi Temple on the way back that I'm missing. I don't know what that's. It's probably going to be something with the thing. I'll have to check on it. So this is the one that I'm missing. I'm missing Elam Terrain 2. That's not mentioned in my notes, so I'll have to find that as I'm leaving, because I know where the other ones are. Okay, so it wasn't this area. It was actually it was. We had to scan. Oh, that was the one that we missed. Right. Okay, now. It's in the flooded area of the temple. There's a geyser that we had to scan. That's what I was missing. And I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that because I dived down and he didn't. He spotted something, but then it didn't count. So that's why that's what it was. All right. So I know what I'm missing here. So what we have to do is make our way back to. We're making our way back to the Jedi Temple, and on the way back we can be using the. On the way back to the Jedi Temple, we'll be there's a flooded area that we can access. We'll find the. Go back up. Was it this way or was this the way that I came? So now what I was missing, I just have to figure it out. Where to find it in the flooded area. I'm trying to find the area now that I know that the enemies were at. I think it was down this way. There he is. We have to try and get to the. Remember how to get there. Might be up this way. If we find enemies, then we know that they're there. Alright.
It's our job to trail you. Try and stop this! Smash him! Finish the job! He's wounded!
Gotta keep an eye on my health as well.
I'll let you! I see movement.
Your odds of surviving are low.
That's. You can take out your own enemy here, and it's fine by me. Now I get like a bunch of free. Let them shoot each other.
Sorry.
I'm gonna heal right now.
But Sim.
Taking way too long to take out these security droids.
Stand still!
Right, he's dealt with.
You're lighting up Imperial channels. They're sending everything they've got at you.
Are you in Grease safe?
We're laying low, but the storm's clearing. We won't.
I think it might be in here. I'm gonna have to search around for this.
Signal.
That trick only works if they're not expecting it. I have another idea.
Should be down here. But we need to find a geyser. Gotta be one of these. It's weird that I hadn't seen it. I got it before. He's wanting something. I just need him to. It's one of these geysers that I need to scan for. Area. Which one? And they're in the flooded area of the temple, so I need to scan it. Which one and where they want us to There has to be this one here. But it's just, I can't, it doesn't want to... Yeah.
Glad you're excited.
Okay, guys, volcanic activity on Ilum forms hydrogeological vents of hot water ejected turbulently, often accompanied by steam. These geysers may change in size or duration based upon active volcano episodes and ongoing mineral deposition. So we only have, I believe, one more collectible left to get. Which we know where that is. It's like right up the top of the, right at the top of the mountain area. I'll check before we leave.
I've sliced through their encryption. I'm scrambling transmissions, but it won't be long before they're restored. Hopefully it'll buy us some time.
Thank you. There's stormtroopers everywhere.
Ilum was our planet, Cal. Don't let them forget that.
Alright. That should complete the... I was gonna say that should complete the temple, but it did not. Am I missing something else? Okay, what else am I missing that I haven't actually grabbed, because, doesn't make any sense. We have everything here. Let me actually just make sure. Maybe the only thing I can think of is that area is the thing above us is considered thing. I'll check before. I want to check to make sure before I leave. This is Ilum. Should I say Jedi Temple? Jedi Temple. Because I grabbed that and it's like it didn't even seem to count. The only thing I can think of is it's the one that's at the top, but... I figured that the 10% I was missing was like behind an event that occurs after you explore the Crystal Cave, so any way into the temple you only get 90%. Not missing any echoes, because I know I grabbed those. But maybe it's me just exiting, or it's that one that's above the, it might be that one that's above the, it could be the one that's above, but that's also weird, because it wouldn't be the one that's above, because, this counts as the Shattered Lake, and that's the chest. Whereas here, there's no chest, and it's... And I'm not missing any, like going to the data bank, I'm not missing out on any of these anymore. I haven't checked. Like, how far is the Jedi Temple? It's like... The only thing I can think of actually is that it's because we haven't fully explored the thing, because I'm heading backwards. Crystal Caves is considered like, but the Jedi Temple is considered from here. So I didn't see anything along here. The only thing I can think of is maybe this. Actually. Maybe that's what it is. There's something that's not counting as mine. The only thing I can think of is that it's related to... the only thing I can think of is that it's related to the way out. But I want to make sure I cover all the bases before I... This thing here we already went towards, actually. I want to check if this is the thing or not. Pretty sure we already went here. This is the side tunnel, or we found this already. That doesn't count that one. So I think it's got something to do with me leaving, perhaps. I at least hope so. So I already have all the, I already have everything else. I'm hoping it relates to the, chest, but I don't think it does. Unless we have to return here for later on, but I'm not seeing anything else. On my map, nothing else is showing up, so it might actually be related to exiting the temple. Might be an alternate way to exit. But I don't find it out while I look it up. If we look at where we are, we're heading towards the Shattered Lake. Still got all this area as well to explore, so maybe there's something else. But like the Shattered Lake, like what's weird is like, so the Shattered Lake, obviously this green area here is obviously where the but I've gone and explored everything, and the only thing I can think of is like we have to explore everywhere in the water. Because we haven't explored like each side in the water or something like that. It sounds weird, but that could be what it is. Just cover all the bases. Make sure that nothing is left out, or I think it's weird, but it could also be correct. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. It's gonna have to hope that it's me leaving. There's still a big area as well, so maybe it's got to do with that. That's just to... If I get to the point where I've exited the area and it still hasn't come up, then I know that it's something else. The game is very weird when it comes to the... This is the puzzle area. Okay, it's to do with this. So it's through this.
Unwise.
Watch where you aim! We'll be right behind you.
Integrity compromised.
Hopefully this is right there. Oh, there's a hang on, see if we can grab some of these.
Charge forward!
Inferior Jedi.
I was trying to grab one of these. Trying to grab the probe droids.
Watch out!
Probe droids can explode. I should have just boosted my things.
You don't scare me.
Discount. Okay, I should have just I wanted to make sure. I should have just trusted that there was going to be a thing here.
They've broken through and called reinforcements. Every Star Destroyer in the sector is on their way here. If they get here before you do.
No, we didn't come all this way to get captured. I'll be there.
Alright, so now I'll make our way back up here, finish the planet off, and then we'll see what we have to do. It didn't matter anyway, all we did was backtrack to a couple of areas, just in case. Now we just make our way to the top and grab this last chest. That should count as everything, but I'm still not very sure. We got a good view of what we have to deal with as well.
Have fun in there?
New poncho. We are headed... Ship's right over there. This should be everything. Everything's done. Elm's all complete. Now we head to the... Now we have to head back to Dathomir. Back to the... And now, I started, like... Here. Okay, so we can actually die if we're not careful.
Definitely worth the climb. When I saw it for the first time, I was almost as small as you.
I'll just climb down.
Not nearly as brave, though.
We're nearly off the planet. Getting back to Dathomir. The stuff with Dathomir doesn't even seem like it's going to be very long because there's only... When I saw the actual thing, there was only like three collectibles there, so... The tomb itself might not even take all that long. There's no powers that we need or anything like that.
Seer, we've got company. Come grease the close the mantis.
Oh.
What? With the Empire on your tail? Are you crazy, kid?
Trust me.
We do. We'll close the ship.
Why is it taking so long for me to reach? Another one? Oh, there's two. That's fine. I'm gonna take a heal. I thought there was only one. Wait, we defeated both of them? We didn't see Grease either. I don't know where he was.
You did it.
We did. I wouldn't be here without all of you. I used to sit on Baraka dreaming about storming Coruscant with survivors from the Jedi Council. Instead, The Order's hopes rest on a gambler, a fallen Jedi, and a failed Padawan. A bunch of screw-ups.
You can say that again.
BD's the only reliable one. He let Cordova wipe his memory so he could stay behind and guide us. But you're both willing to sacrifice everything. To keep going even when it seems impossible.
Failure's a part of the journey.
I get that now. Thank you. All of you.
The escape. On their way out of the caves, Kel discovered a massive Imperial mining operation on Ilum, designed to extract the planet's kyber crystals. As Kel and BD fought their way back to the Mantis, Sia used Trilla's trick from Mictral's tomb to prevent the Empire from calling reinforcements. The Empire eventually reversed the slice, but it gave Kel and BD enough time to get back on the Mantis. Now with his lightsaber reforged, Kel must return to Dathomir and face the dark side once again. Alright, well, before we leave, I don't think I got any more seeds, but, let's check on them now.
Hey, Grace.
You calling me?
You sure these mines are safe? They're getting pretty big.
Yeah, well, they're a pain in my palms trimming them every day. But yeah, they're fine.
I don't know where the other one's supposed to go, though.
That's reassuring.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. I think we just head to the next area then. We haven't got a whole lot left to, collect. Wish it would show me which ones were new, so I could at least see what they were. I think we return to Dathomir now.
Hey, wasn't there a gigantic crashed ship on Zepho? Think there's any good loot in that thing?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the Venator that we have to go and do, but we can head back there later. Return to Dathomir and retrieve an Astrum, the trim of jet. From what I remember, we've already done everything that we can here, apart from...
I guess we could go to Dathomir.
Dathomir, huh?
It's time I faced him.
Yes. You're ready to face your past.
What about you and Trilla?
I don't know if I'll ever be ready. You know what you need to do to start healing, and I'm so proud of you for that. I have my own path.
I'm here for you if you need me.
Let's stay here because it's faster to do the thing. So weird though, like...
Get over here, kid.
All I did was change the settings back to what they already were. Obviously it didn't fix anything, but my slow frames are not even slow like that. 25 slow frames on 3.5 hours, that's really low compared to what I was doing before. And yet it didn't change anything.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Any bets on what horrible thing will happen this time? More dead things, giant spiders, killer plants?
All of the above.
Don't say that.
Or maybe the Haxian brood will come and find us.
Are you both still mad at me? The grease guy?
Mad isn't the word I'd use.
Hey, you gotta admit though, I paid you back in thrills. How many slubs get on the Haxian brood's most wanted list, huh?
If you weren't such a good pilot, I'd hand you over myself.
Better keep your skills up, Greasy. You don't seem as scared as you were before.
That's because for a brief moment I forgot where we were. But thank you so much for reminding me, Cal.
No problem.
Well, how are you holding up? Being back here and all.
Not like no one else is ready.
Hey, if you ask me, Cal, I know you can.
Like, ready, you gotta be ready, because, otherwise it's
I could use some help out there if you want to join me.
What? Why would I ever do that? No, I'm not going out there. What do you want, Cal?
Nothing. Just kidding.
Well, I'm glad my fear of a painful death by zombie witches makes you a little bit more at ease. Now hurry up and let's get out of here.
Everything's probably gonna be respawned as well now. Well, we know where we have to head at least. Still can't enter through this area. Can't enter through the can't enter the tomb. Nothing new would have unlocked what we have, so. Just remember which way I... I'm already hitting the room. Yep, everything's just respawned. Well, not respawned, everything's like in bigger batches now, I guess. I wonder if it's those ones that are at the front of the tomb have kept my XP. That would actually be interesting. No, I don't know how many skill points I had left. Or I could have left. Oh! Just you.
Looky here!
Nice!
Get up here!
Got it! After him!
Like how
They were just in my way.
Wait,
come on.
That was a... Oh, he... Yeah, I was wondering what happened there. I deflected a bolt of, I deflected a, blaster bolt back at him, and then, by deflecting the blaster bolt back, I was able to, there were 2 trophies in quick succession there for something. The Maestro defeated, and I don't know what I did there. One has to be for beating the... Oh! Yeah, okay, so what's one for? We haven't collected all of his holo maps yet? Oh, complete all of the holo maps. What did we get these for? So I, just deflected that bolt back at the guy and he fell. Hit an enemy with a laser. Hit a single enemy with a lightsaber types, okay. And then we defeated each of a bounty hunter. Okay. Fine. I thought, for a second there, I thought it was a, like a... I can't remember what they call the troopers that have the... Jet troopers, I think they call them. Okay, this is weird, isn't it? Oh, right, we have to scan it. I was like, why can't I, why aren't they registered in my... Why aren't they registered in my, thing? It's like, oh, one fell off the thing and then the other one, did just now. But why didn't they register in my, thing? First of all, I have to go back to this... okay. So, on the meditation point, head further in. Climb the vines, and there's a burning echo. Also, where we don't know. I don't know where we don't know where like other guy's gone. Not yet. They haven't said where he's gone yet. Is there a something like interact with him? They haven't said which way he they haven't mentioned where he's gone. I guess now we fight now we have to fight our master again?
Master.
You were wrong to return here unarmed.
Not unarmed.
You think that lightsaber proves you a Jedi?
No. Facing you. Memories that have haunted me since Braca. I won't run from them anymore.
Then let us see what manner of death your courage brings. Have you truly learned enough? Mediocre. Impressive. Is power the answer?
Wait, that was...
Master, I will never forget. The loss has become a part of me. I will honor your teaching and your sacrifice.
Remember, persistence reveals the path.
I see someone there. Oh, there's enemies over there as well. For a second, I thought I saw a red saber. I thought, is that? I thought it might have been what's his name? Oh, there's a right patrol.
We shouldn't be here. This place is cursed.
Don't be scared. Remember, we have a deal. You promised to teach me your magics.
Oh, okay. Now we know that. Well, we figured that out anyway. But seeking power, Malicus wanted Aaron to lead him through the ruins. She was afraid. She knew he was. She knew he was after power. Okay, so that's that done. Cross over to the other side, and it's in front of a shrine. How much? Like this area isn't all that big. No. At least it's not big in terms of actual collectibles.
Fallen sisters. This man has promised to grant us our vengeance, but only if I teach him our magic. Forgive me. I must ally with Malicos.
Marin's pact. Marin prayed to her lost sisters for forgiveness. She made a deal with Malicus and agreed to teach him their magic, but she was worried he couldn't be trusted. I think this is the last one. No, there's still a few more. Squeeze through the narrow gap, and the next room there's more vines.
You chose to return. Brave, but not wise.
Oh, I see someone over there. Maybe. That might be him there.
Marin, right? I'm Cal Kestis. What you were told about the Jedi was not true.
So you say. Cal. Malicos said many things too.
Terran Malicos might have been part of my order, but what he is now, I have no idea. All I do know is having a lightsaber isn't what makes you a Jedi.
Then what does?
We were peacekeepers. We were betrayed by those we protected. Hunted down by the Empire. I might be one of the last of my kind.
I was only a child when they attacked. An armored warrior brandishing this descended upon us. and cut down my people, my sisters, until I was left alone with the dead. Then Malicos came and promised me revenge if I shared our secrets with him in return.
I know what it's like to lose everything. And Malicos was wrong to use that against you. We don't have to be enemies.
We will need this.
There she goes again.
I'll be watching.
Let's get out of here.
Malicos lies ahead. You could turn back.
I can't. Lives are at stake.
Whose lives?
Innocents. Poor sensitive children who will be hunted down and murdered.
As we were.
Okay, laid to rest. Hal returned to face the shade of Jaro Tapal. He realized the only way to defeat Jaro was to embrace his past and move forward. He knelt before Jaro's spectre, causing the apparition to vanish. Hal and Beatty moved into the tomb of Kashyyyk. They came upon Merrin. This time, however, she was willing to talk. Hal learned that she might be the only survivor of the Night Sister massacre carried out by General Grievous during the Clone Wars. Merrin learned about the Jedi Purge, and Cal discovered Malicos as a fallen Jedi. A disavowed Malicos as a fallen Jedi. Okay, so there's a collectible here, and we have to climb up some vines. And we need this one here.
Something terrible happened here. A massacre. They killed their own kind for promises of power.
Burial place. Promising their followers power and mastery of the Life Wind, Kujet staged a massacre from their hidden seat on Dathomir, later known as the Tomb of Kujet. Okay, so the next archive is before the boss fight. Immediately before the boss fight. We can pick it up before. It's on the right side of the hall. That's the last. This is the last collectible here, and pretty much the last. I think it's the last collectible here, and the last collectible that we can get in the game without returning to other planets. As I said before, the boss fight's in the hall. I'll be right here. No save point there, right?
My friend, I have never been.
Alright.
My friend, I have never been one to shy away from the
probably a side point
knowledge.
Maybe
but the
after
shadow
we
of
finish
the
this
dark
one.
side lies heavy in this tomb. I've uncovered Kujet's legacy. A ruthless leader who destroyed the Astriums and lives of any who opposed the Sage's rule. These Zephyr were once Kujet's enemies. Brave rebels who stood against tyranny. Forgive me. I've spent too many rotations on this planet. My mind is beginning to slip. I can go no further. I must return to Zephyr.
Oh, there's no save point here, so I guess we'll fight the boss first. Oh, there he is.
How Kestis?
Malicos.
Welcome home. You to begin your training. What in these ruins tempts you so much to risk death?
I could ask you the same thing.
There is power there. Beyond Jedi understanding. Power I control. I would offer you the same thing.
Don't you understand? I'm not interested in power. I want to restore the Order.
Restore the Jedi Order? Oh, you poor fool. It's over! Jedi fell long before the Purge. Stifled by tradition. Deafened by our past glories. Blinded by endless war.
Maybe. But it's never over, Malicos. We stand here now, the chance to learn. To rebuild from our mistakes.
Jedi learn. There's no future for them. How can you not see that? It's time for something new. You and me. We could build something different. Something better.
No.
And Dathomir will be your grave.
Oh, he has two places. Okay. Why are we using the... I'm wondering why I was using the... Oh, I see what we have to do. I see what we have to do.
You're wretched.
Break his guard with like the... Break his guard with the double lightsaber attack and then...
Not too slow for me.
I'm doing a ton of damage. Oh, for a second I was gonna... That was about to enter into a... I thought we were about to enter into a QT or something there. What are they doing in a lot of this?
Good for nothing, Jedi. Back, Jedi!
Not doing a ton of damage here. Now, I know he's blocking, but we're also breaking his parry as well. I also don't have the upgrade for the lightsaber damage, maybe that's why. For some reason he's like blocking the Okay, that is what doesn't look damage. We need to break his guard with something else, and then we do unleash with the force, the double, what's the name thing? That seems to work best.
Come on! I won't let you strike me down. I survived yours.
Break the guard here, and then I'm gonna... There we go.
I was wrong to think you could stand with me! Die well!
You have no right to Dathomir. No right to our magic. Get up, Cal Kestis. You're not dead yet.
You lack finesse.
Lucky hit!
That was a pretty good hit. Right to God. Somehow we missed. Oh, she can break his guard. Okay. That's really good. does a lot of damage to him. The double slash thing. Good though. I don't.
What is this?
It's like you said, Malikosi. Dathomir will be your grave. Let him lie in the dark with his secrets until death takes him.
Why'd you help me?
To rid Dathomir of that parasite.
Terran Malicus defeated, and trophy for that as well. About to talk to her. Still no save points. Guessing we'll just have to use the one outside, and then we'll finish that off. But making quite a bit of progress. Made a former Jedi Master. That's cool. Let's see what else is left. Actually, there's a save point right here.
What are you really doing here, Cal Kestis?
The ones who built this tomb, the Zepho, they created an
just
object
talk to her
called the
and I'll
Astrium. It opens a vault on a distant planet. Inside is a list of Force-sensitive children across the galaxy. But the Empire is looking for it too.
What Empire?
The Empire. The one bent on exterminating Force-sensitive so no one can stand against it?
Then it will come for Dathomir before long, as the war did. I will help you find this Astrium.
Thank you for helping me with Malicos. Thought I was a goner.
Oh, she helped us get across.
Yes, you would have died.
Right.
I am glad you didn't. It is nice to have an ally.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
You're welcome, Cal. Let's find this Astrium.
Alright. So, meditate here. Want to talk to the character because she was there anyway. Alright, we have skill tree now. I'm gonna get the lightsaber upgrade because that will increase our damage. Alright, so pretty much what happened is we've done that now. So I'm going to end things here because we've just beaten the boss fight, and we're about to go into another tomb area, I think, as well. So I want to see how far else we have to go, but see that in the next stream. So I pretty much beat the boss, and I would have still even though the save point was there, I still would have talked to her anyway because it's just a general conversation thing anyway before we leave because it wouldn't be there if we kept continuing. So I'm going to end things here. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Every like, comment, subscription if you want this video gets me closer to monetization. Helps amend my content for you all. This content become more accessible and easier to find. I uploaded my past Plat reacts as well as Let's Plays and Let's Plays to the YouTube channel, including Far Cry 6, Sifu, Quarry, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Octopath Traveler, Lego Star Wars Saga, Vertigo, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy 7 Reunion, Cuphead, Stray, Marvel's Avengers, Dark Picture Anthology of Devil and Me, Days Gone, Resident Evil 3 Remake, as well as this game. Until the foreseeable future, best way to watch live will be to watch me live here. There might be a chance that the video will work for you. If it does not, and the black screen and it's only me doing audio, the next best way to watch is on YouTube to be able to watch all the rest of the parts. At least until I get this situation sorted with Twitch. I'm still waiting to see if they have a way to fix this or not. So that's the thing. I'm also working on a Plat Play Pass segment for any games we have the Platinums for, as well as switching things up segment for this any Switch games as well. Lots of new games coming out recently anyway as well. Also, I'm working on a Triangle Strategy Golden Ending speedrun with only a few more playthroughs of that, maybe some grinding to go, and then we should be ready to actually try it and keep doing it at least. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing there. Also, you'll get a notification when I go live if you're watching on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. At 50 followers, I'll be doing an Octopath Traveler Galdera speedrun, and we also reach affiliate, which means I get monetization as well. I get to make a bunch of subscriber emotes as well as exclusive to help support me in the channel going forward in the future. And you'll also get a notification when I go live if you're watching on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter to be notified when I go live, and if you wish to add me on Discord, I will send you an invite to my friends' Discord server. Close to 2,000 members, still going strong, plenty of topics games to discuss there as well. I'm very active there, and you'll also get a notification when I go live if you're watching on there as well. So, with all that said, have a good rest of the day, night, wherever you all are, and I will see you all later.